Jimmy Robertson is the head football coach at Farley Dickinson, where he also holds the responsibilities of being the offensive coordinator and coaching the quarterbacks. Prior to coming to FDU, Coach Robertson coached at the United States Merchant Marine Academy and RPI, coaching the quarterbacks and wide receivers. Let's get to Coach Robertson's presentation, but first, a word from one of our convention sponsors.
CoachComm is the proven and trusted leader in coaching communications. For over 30 years, we've built our business on innovation and winning, with the goal to equip your team with the best coaching communication available. 97% of all FBS programs and thousands of high schools and colleges across the U.S. choose CoachComm because CoachComm has the experience and the know-how to provide the very best in technology and winning solutions. Cobalt Plus delivers affordable, worry-free, reliable coaching headsets that provide more full-featured users and more flexibility than other systems. Using state-of-the-art technology, the system helps eliminate Wi-Fi interference, alleviate pressbox glass problems, and provide exceptional audio clarity in loud and harsh playing environments. Cobalt Plus also features player communications, which equip players with small, wearable technology to enable real-time coaching instruction while on the practice field. Whether coaching individual players or multiple huddles at once, the Cobalt Plus player technology helps teams get the most out of practice. X System delivers proven, powerful coaching communication to teams that demand the best performance in the toughest game day environments. Rugged design, advanced features, and enhanced audio clarity enables coaches to effectively and clearly communicate from the sideline to the press box, so they can focus on coaching the game and give their team the ultimate competitive advantage. Preparation, practice, and performance are critical. So are the right communication tools. Equip your team with the best today so you can create the opportunity for tomorrow's success.
Good afternoon. My name is Jimmy Robertson, and I'm the head football coach at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Today, I'm going to talk about developing an instinctive QB through our Fast 5-Star system of success. On today's agenda, we're going to start big and big picture with our overall Fast 5-Star system of success. From there, we're going to break it down into smaller pieces, going into creating an offensive system, and then specifically into our air raid pass game and how we simplify it into pass families and read progressions for the QB. We'll then end by talking about two of our specific pass families, our cross family and our smash family. So first, let's talk about the overall Fast 5-Star system of success. What this is a systematic approach that aligns us in one direction as a program, okay? It starts at the foundation of this pyramid and then works upwards, each level building upon the previous levels. At the foundation of this pyramid is our core values. Our core values as a program are to be a real family, okay? How do we define family? Well, to us, it's being real. The R-E-A-L of real are respect, energy, accountability, and love. From there, it goes into our culture. Our culture is our core values plus our character, okay? And our character being what we do and what we say when no one's looking, okay? So you add our core values plus our character, that equals our culture. From there, we have our standards, then our style and philosophy, which are on field, then into our mission and our overall vision as a program. All of these aligned in one direction, creating that Fast 5-Star system of success. This system of success then drives our offensive system, and then that offensive system drives the development of our quarterback in order to be an instinctive player. As I mentioned, everything we do as a football program ties into this system. That program alignment in one direction is our DNA and infrastructure. It also creates a brand that we can rally around. That brand creates excitement. Excitement for our coaches, excitement for our players, our alumni, our campus community, our local community. This brand is something that everybody can rally around. On field, all three phases are aligned in one direction. Off the field, all actions are aligned in one direction. We're always evolving and learning, but we're going to stay true to who we are as a program using this Fast 5-Star system of success. Not only is Fast 5-Star a system, it's also a mentality and a lifestyle, okay? Everything we do ties into it, but it's having that mentality, okay, and then living the lifestyle. We also like to define everything within this system. So for us, fast is doing it with great energy and passion. We have to bring the juice and bring that energy and passion in all that we do. 5-star is the relentless pursuit of being the best we can be. If we all have that 5-star mentality of staying in that relentless pursuit as individuals, now as a unit, we have a chance to be the best we can be. Now as a program, we have a chance to be the best we can be. Again, in order to achieve that elite and dynamic fast 5-star level, we have to adhere to that pyramid of success, starting at the core values, working its way up into the vision. And I mention this because this ties directly into the offensive system that I'm going to talk about and directly into the development of our quarterback. Okay, this provides the blueprint for us as individuals within the organization. Okay, this template can also be used by any football program, business, or organization. You could just take out what we have at each level, such as our culture or our mission or vision. Take out what we have, then use this pyramid at each level, okay, to guide you in your process for your system of success. Okay, using that fast 5-star overlying system of success, it ties directly into our offensive system and how we create our offensive system. On that pyramid, you saw both our philosophy and our style. These are directly the on-field styles and philosophies. Okay, our style to us is the manner of how we do things. Okay, this ties directly into our air raid style pass game. All right, the three things within our style are play instinctively, play fast, and play physical. Playing instinctively is no thinking. Okay, how can we get our players to not think out there? Just go out there and play football, specifically at the quarterback position and the development of that QB. Because getting him to play instinctively, now he can play fast. And once you play fast, you can play physical. So that's the progression for us. It's instinctive to play fast to play physical. And that fast portion is not just physically playing fast. Okay, yes, we want our guys to play fast and be fast and fly around out there, but it's also mentally playing fast. Okay, and as a quarterback, that's of the utmost importance for our QBs to do. Okay, you can also see on there where it says 5-star. All right, so each level of this pyramid has a 5-star thought process. So for us, first and foremost, we have that culture in place. Once we have that culture in place, now we need the players. Once we have the players, now we have the plays, okay? And it's using creative simplicity to make it look like a lot, but to us, it's the same things we do over and over and over again, which now will allow our players and allow our quarterback to play instinctively, okay? And it goes back into, it's a mentality and a lifestyle. Everything we do ties into this. You may ask, why is this important to have something like this? Well, as an offense, heading into the 2019 season, we lost the school's all-time leading quarterback, 3-year starter, statistical record holder in pretty much every quarterback category. We also lost the school's all-time leading wide receiver. He was an All-American in 2018 and was #1 in the nation at the NCAA Division III level with 102 receptions in 10 games. So losing starting QB, losing the NCAA statistical champion at wide receiver, we needed something that will allow us to replicate and even exceed the level we were at previously. Well, how do we do that? Well, it's through 5 years of evolving this system, using the fast 5-star system of success, and then creating that offensive system in line with it with a first-year starting quarterback who was a transfer. So first year in our system, we were able to be the #1 total offense in the MAC, ranked highly in the nation, #1 pass offense in the MAC, #9 in the nation, and broke a ton of school records. Points in a game, total offense in a game, first downs, single season points per game, single season total offense per game. But it was because of the development of the quarterback that allowed our QB to play instinctively through the system that we have. The biggest thing with our offensive system is our entire offense knows what that identity is. There's no mixed messages, which creates that alignment. Just like our fast 5-star system creates the alignment as an organization, now when you break it down into the smaller offensive unit, we have alignment within the unit. We all know that we're no huddle, up-tempo, RPO, air raid style team, okay? To us, there's no right or wrong system or identity, but you have to have one as an offense, whether that's RPO style, triple option, I formation, pro style, whatever you might do. As As long as you have that system and an identity, now that entire unit can rally around it and knows exactly what you're trying to accomplish and how you're trying to do it. Something that's super important for us within our system is creating a balanced attack. Okay, so what is a balanced attack to us? To us, it's getting the ball to our playmakers, spreading it out, and getting the ball to the top guys in the offense. Through the run game, the pass game, inside, outside, it's making the defense cover the entire field, both pre and post snap, attacking that open space and open grass. It's making the defense cover every player pre and post snap, attacking numbers and creating numbers to create an advantage for us as an offense. By getting the ball to our playmakers, we need to now track the opportunities and touches of those playmakers. We need to know, is our playmaker guaranteed to get the ball? Is he the number one read in the progression, or the most explosive touchdown type of read in the progression? Or is he a late read in the progression, which you don't want your top playmaker to be the late read more times than not? We're then going to track the opportunities and touches throughout the game to guarantee that we're getting the ball to our playmakers. Getting the ball to those playmakers, that's balance for us. We're also going to be unpredictable and take those calculated risks. Make the defense play on their toes, which will allow our offense to have fun. Now we have that full offensive system. Well, now let's break it down into our air raid pass game and how we simplify that, and then specifically how we develop the quarterback in that system. So going back to our pyramid, we saw our philosophy on field was to create conflict, manipulate the opposition, and take advantage of space and numbers. Well, how do we do this? Well, first and foremost, we need to make it an easy system to learn. We also need to hit all the different learning styles, because I'm a huge proponent that a lot of student athletes learn differently than they think they learn. So we have to make sure we hit all these different learning styles. Teaching it on the board, okay? Teaching it through film cut-ups, getting our players on the board, having it teach it to their teammates, doing walkthroughs, doing individual, doing group work, doing your team periods, okay? Hitting all those different learning styles to make sure every player, okay, can reach his maximum level of productivity. Questions we ask ourselves, is it a sound concept, okay? Can we teach it, and can they execute it? I think the big one is, can we teach it, all right? Because if we can teach it at an efficient and an effective level, now they can learn it at that same level. Now they have the opportunity to play instinctively, play fast, and play physical, okay? Other ways we do this, we need to create time and space. Our wide receiver coach, John Murphy, does a great job of breaking down the entire game of football into these two things. As an offense, we're trying to create space to give ourselves time. Those two things will allow us to be successful. The QB taking his drop, okay, which will create space from the offensive line, give him time to throw the ball. Offensive line in their pass sets, creating space to give themselves time or less time that they have to block a defender, okay? Our receivers in their releases, creating space, creating time in their routes, breaking the entire game of football within our offense down to those two things. We're going to attack the entire field. We talked about it before, both pre and post snap. Horizontally, 53 1/3, vertically 110 yards, even if we're backed up on the -inch yard line. We're going to get the running back out into routes, okay? And that was paid huge dividends for us in 2019, getting 5 guys out into routes. We're going to attack that open grass and open space, having the philosophy of if we're open, we stay open. If we're not open, we need to get open. And then it's a simple system, a lot of consistency, a lot of carryover at all positions, which now will allow our guys to play instinctively. Okay, whether it's carryover from the run game and RPO game to the pass game, specific routes carrying over to other families and concepts. And then you'll see how we break our system down into the pass families, which will now have a ton of carryover and consistency that once it's in a family, everybody knows what to do. That's now going to allow our guys to play instinctively. It's going to allow them to think fast, which will play fast to play physical. And then everything we do fits into who we are. It's how we practice, our pat and go periods, our perfect drill, routes on air, skelly, one-on-one. All right, bringing that energy and passion into all that we do to be the best that we can be. Okay, now let's specifically get into our pass game breakdown. We're going to break it down. First with our pass protections into families, our quick game protection, drop back protection, move the pocket protections. All right, breaking them down into families so our players can conceptually understand which family they're in and then what their role is. We then break down our pass concepts into families, and we'll see how we do that in a second. Each pass concept family will either be a tag concept or not a tag concept. And then we have our read progressions for the QB. which I believe it's these read progressions that are so simple and every pass family fits into one of them that it really allows our quarterback to play instinctively and allows for great, easy communication from coach to quarterback. These things all combined allow for easy install and easy teaching, okay? It's a lot of the same as teaching. That also will make it easier to learn for our players. So here you can see our pass family library. This is the entire library, okay? We probably won't go into a season with this full library. We won't go into each week with this full library, but you can kind of see how we break it down. The left-hand column, this will be our pass families, okay? Starting with our run game, pre and post snap type of passes that we have. We have our screens, okay? You could see, is it a tag concept or not a tag concept in the middle column? And then the far right column is what read progression is it for us? And we have two types of read. We have area reads and defender reads, and we'll get into those. But you can see here, this is kind of how we break it down. So conceptually, okay, for any player, but specifically the QB, to get him to that elite level, since he's an extension of us out there in the field, and he's the one running the show out there as the field general, our quarterbacks can conceptually understand what family it is, know, is it a tag concept, yes or no, and then what's the read progression, area or defender. Now this will make it so simple for them that they have an opportunity to play instinctively. Playing instinctively will equal great production for our offense. Great production from our offense will equal great results for the program. So now let's get into the read progressions for the quarterback. You saw there, we had multiple pass families within our offense. Every one of those pass families within the offense fits into one of these two read progressions for our QB. It's that simple for our quarterbacks. There's two reads they need to make, an area read and a defender read. The QB must answer two questions for each of these. First, what is the route progression order? Does that route progression order change or not? And then what is the QB thought process? Answering these two questions allows for easy communication with our QBs, and it allows our quarterback to think less, okay? And you'll see how we break down these two type of read progressions. So here it is, area versus defender read progressions. First, we have our area reads. First and foremost, in an area read progression, the route progression order never changes. It's as simple as that. The route progression order never changes. The QB's always going 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, or however many routes you may have in that progression. It never changes though, regardless of what the defense does, it's always in that order. QB thought process is yes, no. Is number 1 open? Yes equals throw the ball. If no, go to number 2. Is number 2 open? Yes equals throw the ball. No equals go to number 3, and so on and so forth. To get a yes answer, we can get to that multiple ways. We can get to that by seeing open grass and open space, and we'll throw our receiver open. We can get to that through a one-on-one. One-on-one is a win for us, so that could equal a yes answer for our quarterback. The second read progression that we have is a defender read. Here, the route progression order can change, okay? So now there's a little bit more variable in this type of read progression based on what the defense does or a specific defender does. The QB's progression order can change now. QB's thought process is if-then. If they do this, then I do that. This is a combination of pre-snap and post-snap reads. Pre-snap in some of our defender read progressions, it's a numbers read. If I have numbers on one side, I take it. If not, then I go to the other side and read my post-snap read. Post-snap, we have two types of if-thens, divides and expands. Divides are post-snap, vertical, high-low stretch of a defender. If the defender stays low, I go high. If he goes high, I go low. And then expands, post-snap, horizontal, in-out stretches of defenders. If the defender stays in, I go out. If the defender goes out, then I go in. A big thing, whether it's an area or a defender read, is if we're hitting our first read in any progression, it's a rhythm throw for our quarterback. We're a shotgun team, so what that means is he's going to take his 3-step drop from the gun. As he plants that third foot, 1, 2, 3, plant foot in the ground, that ball is coming out on time in rhythm. Okay, but it's very simple. Every pass family fits into one of these two reads, area read or defender read. Well, what about coverage? Okay, the big thing is we're going to focus on us first. Okay, when we install any of our pass families, we break it down into which read progression it is for the QB, focusing on us. Because to us, a trained QB and an instinctive QB plus that system can beat any coverage. We're going to have built-in answers in our families, good versus man or zone. Those families also create that creative simplicity. So it may look like a lot to the opponent, but for us, it fits into one of the families. So it's very simple. And then having those read progressions for the QB will allow him to play instinctively. Coverage will accelerate a read for a QB, and we'll talk about coverages with our QBs once we get that great foundation with us first, okay? Once we start talking about coverages, we'll use pre-snap alignments and post-snap movements to give us the answer. We'll look at tendencies that the opponent may have through film study. Another big thing we're going to look at is the demeanor, eyes, and leverage of the defenders. Demeanor meaning, what is that defender telling us through his demeanor? Is his weight forward? Is his weight back? Is it a run demeanor, a pass demeanor, a blitz demeanor? What is he giving away with his weight distribution? We're going to look at eyes of defenders. What are his eyes telling us? Are they man eyes, looking directly at the receiver in front of him, playing man-to-man? Or are they zone eyes, looking in at the QB, seeing his zone? Then we're going to look at leverage of defenders. Leverage in relation to where we're trying to go. It's the inside leverage, outside leverage, okay? Do we have an advantage pre-snap because of that leverage, okay? And then a big thing is if we as coaches don't know what a defense is doing, how can our QB know quickly out there on game day, okay? And defenses do such a great job of disguising and doing so many things now that how can we simplify it for our QB to play instinctively? Well, how we do it, we have our read progressions, area defender. We have our pass families. That allows us to now simplify it for our quarterback. You can see here, our drop back pass game is about a third of our offense. Okay, the big thing though is each family within our drop back pass game has multiple variations. Each pass family can be run from pretty much all personnel groupings and most formations. This now puts less on the QB as far as thinking, also puts minimal stress on the offensive line because we want the offensive line also to play instinctively, to play fast, to play physical. When evaluating what we can do, we have to look at what our QB can handle mentally and physically. He runs the show. So we're going to evaluate what's his football IQ plus his arm talent. That arm talent, both his arm strength and the accuracy, and that's going to equal what our pass game options are. And it's having that great communication with your quarterback. Again, you need to know what your QB likes. Let your QBs rank your pass families. Have that communication back and forth with them on a daily basis. Okay, that communication is going to equal the offensive alignment. Again, they're an extension of us out there on the field. All right, so we need to make sure they're confident and comfortable in every single thing that they do. We're going to drill and practice what we run in the game, creating that physical and muscle memory, as well as that mental and brain memory. The two families we're going to talk about today are our cross family and our smash family. Okay, different types of families. One is a tag concept, one is not. One's an area read, one's a defender read. So you can really see how they're different with the two read progressions, but still both are very, very simple and allow our QB to get to that elite level. Another way we communicate with our quarterback is through this pregame thought sheet. You can never over communicate with your quarterback because to us, what the QB is comfortable with is what he's best at. What he's best at is what will allow your offense to play at that maximum level of productivity, which will equal great success for your program. So we have all of our QBs do this 2 nights before the game. All of our offensive coaches do this independently, creates great dialogue amongst everybody. There's a ton of scenarios from series openers to third down situation, red zone, goal line. If your QB doesn't put a play on here in any of the scenarios, it's probably a play you can't run on Friday night or Saturday afternoon because your quarterback probably isn't comfortable with it if he didn't put it on here. Again, though, this creates great dialogue, and you can really see into your QB's mind what they're really comfortable with and what they love to do. As I mentioned before, we have our area reads and our defender reads. I want to just show you how simple our area read progressions are. We have our 4 base ones here: drive, mesh, shallow, and cross. And we'll go through exactly what the progressions are. So we'll look at the top left here, drive. QB should quickly and instinctively be able to tell me that his progression, this is an area read, yes, no thought process. So it's always going to be the same. It's going to be pre the free, drive, dig, check down, drive, dig, check down. We go to mesh, progression, option back, mesh backside, option back, mesh backside. We have our quarterbacks verbally say this in practice to get that mental brain memory, okay? Just like they're going to get the physical and muscle memory of making throws, we're going to mentally train them to instinctively know all of these progressions. You can see then shallow here on the top right, progression, bend, shallow, dig, check down, bend, shallow, dig, check down. And then we get to cross, which is one of the ones we're going to show here. in a second, go, cross, flat, backside, go, cross, flat, backside. They should be able to repeat that within tenths of a second back to me if they're asked. So now let's get right into our C family. Again, foundationally built on cross. So we're going to talk about the C family, and then we're going to talk about the smash family. One is an area read, one is a defender read. So you can see the difference between the two and how they both allow the QB to play at that instinctive level. So here's cross. Again, pass family, C family. Tag concept, yes, which means we're going to tag one receiver. Everybody else is built in based on the relation to where they are with the tag receiver, and then are they front side or back side of the play. And then the read progression, this is an area read. So route progression order never changes. Yes, no thought process. Here, we tagged our E receiver. So this would be E cross. So the guy we tag has our USAM. Under the SAM, push vertical over the mic, really push vertical to manipulate both safeties, and then snap it across, aiming point 15 to 20 yards on the opposite hash. Built in off of him are everybody else's routes. Play side here is to the right. So play side number one has our more go, mandatory outside release. Backside number one is going to get a good split to create that space, knowing he's at the backside of the progression. He's going to run our post curl, so push vertical for 10, 4 or 5 steps to the post, curl it up. Our leftover receiver, so the R in this situation, he has to get to the play side flat, so he can run a whip, he can run a tempo release out. He just has to get to the play side flat. So he has to get to the play side flat, and then our running back has a backside check down. In this diagram, it's a 5-man protection, so he'll free release. If it was a 6-man, he would check release to the backside. Progression, go, cross, flat, backside. So let's look at a couple examples here. First one here, the tagged runner is the wide receiver who's circled, so he has the cross. Remember, QB's read progression, go, cross, flat, backside. Go, cross, flat, backside. If he's going to throw the go, it will be a rhythm throw for us. Looking here, QB's going to pre-snap, see demeanor, eyes, and leverage of defenders, see if any tendencies and keys can give us a coverage acceleration read. So here to the front side, he's thinking it could be a cover 2 type of look based on what the defense is giving us. It ends up being that, so he knows he has an opportunity to throw that whole shot. Again, just a yes, no thought process. Is the go open? Yes, I throw it. If no, we go cross, flat, backside. Another look here. Play side to the offensive left. Circle receiver running the cross. The big things on this route here, okay, in addition to the QB having great eye discipline, is the routes. We need the play side number one to run them more. Mandatory outside release. On the cross, we really, on that USAM, under Sam over Mike, once we get under the Sam, a big emphasis in our offense is to push it vertical to manipulate both safeties. By pushing vertical, you have a 2-way go. You're creating more space, giving yourself more time, all right, to let it develop, then snap it across 15 to 20 yards opposite hash. And this play here, okay, our QB is going to get to the cross. If he's not going to throw the go, he needs to have great eye discipline and manipulate that front side safety. So he's going to look, go, 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 work the safety off the hash, snap his eyes to the cross, giving it the time to develop, creating more space, okay, by manipulating that play side safety to throw the cross. That cross will chase that open space that was left vacant by that safety getting worked off the hash. So here, QB is looking go, snap it to the cross. Another example of cross, so circle receivers are cross runner. Again, area read, so QB knows, progression order never changes, go, cross, flat, backside. This will be an example of why we need our more runner, our more go, to mandatory outside release. In this example, he's going to go inside, which is now going to give that safety, play side safety, an opportunity to play more in the middle, so he may have an opportunity to drive on the post. In this look, we have a great cross route. Our cross runner really pushes vertical before snapping across, and then our QB has great eye discipline and great accuracy on the throw. So look and go to cross as the second part of the progression. Area read, yes, no thought process. As simple as that for our QB. Here's another example, going cross to the left. So QB here is going to look, go, 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 snap his eyes to the cross. If he didn't like cross, he would go flat to backside. And then one variation we can add to this, very simple, okay, is now tagging a post instead of the post curl, all right? Still an area read, still part of the C family, the cross family, so all the other routes are the same still. QB is now just going to go grow, cross, okay, to post. A lot of teams will have this backside safety drive on the cross. If they do that, now the quarterback knows we have the one-on-one backside. We have an opportunity to take that shot down the field. Still an area read, still yes, no thought process, still part of the C family. So QB here is going go to cross to post. Again, this is one where you evaluate your QB's arm talent, okay? Can he make that as a third read of the progression? If not, you can make that side potentially the first read of the progression and high-low the safety with the cross and post immediately, right? The next variation of our C family is choice, okay? So choice, as you can see, still part of the C family, still a tag concept, still an area read. The only thing that changes now, again, looks exactly the same as cross, but now the tag runner, so in this case, the tagged wide receiver would be the R, he has our choice route, okay? So what his route's gonna be is he's gonna read first defender, head up to inside. As he releases, if that defender stays in, he'll break out. As he breaks out, he has to look at the next defender outside, so the corner. If that corner sits in the flat, we sit with our route. If that corner goes or bails, then we'll continue going on our out route. As that choice runner comes off the line, if that defender flies out, that linebacker flies out, well, then we'll break in, and he knows he's going to get the ball before he gets to the center. Everybody else, it is cross. So you can see it looks exactly the same. The read for the QB will slightly change. Now we're going to pre the go. So pre-snap, if we get cover 0, cover 1, like the matchup, we can take it to go. If we don't like that pre-snap, now post-snap, the progression for the QB is still going to be an area read, still yes, no thought process, but now it's going to be choice to cross to backside. So it's pre the go, choice, cross, backside, choice, cross, backside. And we can see a couple examples of this one here. The biggest thing, though, it's allowing our QB and our entire offense to play instinctively is it's part of the C family, okay? So foundationally, it's built off of cross, all right? Also allowing our QB to play instinctively is he knows it's an area read, yes, no thought process. So in this look here, the circled wide receiver will have our choice route off of that linebacker, head up on him there. QB is going to pre the go to choice, cross, backside. This is a great C family play to get that one-on-one matchup with your slot versus a linebacker, potentially versus a roll down safety. As you can see, first read the progression, rhythm throw. This next example of choice is going to be down to the boundary, to the offensive right. Again, we're going to pre the go. Don't like it. Don't have cover 0, cover 1. So post snap, we're going choice, cross, backside. Choice, cross, backside. Our receiver is going to do a great job here. As he releases, he's reading that first defender, head up to inside. He stays in. As he stays in, we're going to break out. As we break out, we have to peek the corner. In this look, the corner goes and bails, so we continue going out on our route. This is a good example here of why we need our number 1 play side to run a more. In this example, he's going to go inside that corner. Going inside will allow that corner now to see the play develop, see the route develop. If we ran the more, we potentially can get that corner to get hands-on, hopefully even turn his head, turn his back. So now we're protecting that choice route with our more go. So we can see here, QB likes the choice, rhythm throw it. For everybody else, the routes are cross. And then another look at it here from empty. You can see that creative simplicity. Make it look like something different. Out of empty, progression, order stays the same for the QB. Yes, no thought process. All the routes are the same. Pre the go, choice, cross, backside. This is a great job here by our more, running that more, getting that corner to get hands-on, protecting the choice route. Great rhythm throw by the QB. Next up, we have our smash family. Now this is going to be a defender read progression. So now the progression order can change for the QB based on what the defense does. It's going to be the if-then thought process. If they do this, then I do that. A little bit more variables in a defender read because that progression order can change. So the first example in our smash family would be what we call lefty-righty. We call it lefty-righty simply because all the routes are going to break to the left or all the routes are going to break to the right, excluding the check down by the running back. So you can see here, pass family is smash. Tag concept, no, it's not a tag concept. So now this is just going to be memorized routes. All of our not tag concepts are defender reads. So however our players can understand it conceptually, however the QB can understand it conceptually. Some guys may think, okay, I know every concept that's not tagged is a defender read. All right, so the defender read for our smash family, okay, is the play side safety. So here, all right, the play side is to the offensive right. So in all of our smash family plays, we're going to have a couple things happen. The front side of the play is going to be smashed by our wide receivers, and the QB knows it's the defender read on the play side safety. All right, so the routes in righty here, all right, part of our smash family, front side will be smash. So number one, we'll have a hitch. If we're in the middle of the field here, okay, or on the near hash, it'll be a with hitch to create more space. If we were on the far hash here, if we were on the left hash in this diagram, then we would run a normal hitch at 6 yards to not create so much space to the field. All right, but in this look, number one play side has the 6 yard wide hitch. Number two has our corner. All right, on our corner routes, if we're outside the 25 yard line, aiming points front pylon, inside the 25 yard line, aiming point back pylon. Backside, number two has a post. All right, get on the toes of that safety, break it to the post. Based on where that linebacker is, that could change his release. And then backside number one has a shallow route, and we really want him to sit it once he gets to the opposite side, replace where those linebackers vacate if it's zone coverage, because we don't want him to run into the hitch. Our running back will have in our 6-man protection a check release backside. The read for the QB. If that safety stays in, we have leverage on him. If he stays in, go straight back or rotates in, then I go out to my smash side. As we get to the smash side, we then have to read a high-low divide on the corner. If the corner stays low, I go high over the top to the corner route. If the corner goes high, I throw low in rhythm to the hitch. Okay, let's go back now to the defender read on that play side safety. If pre-snap, we don't have leverage on him at all, maybe he aligns super wide, okay, then we have to still confirm it post-snap. We talk a lot with our QBs about getting the pre-snap read, but always confirm post-snap. Post-snap now, if the defender, all right, play side safety works out, if he goes out, if we lose leverage, then I go in, and now we'll go post to shallow to check down. So as you can see, based on what that play side safety does, that defender, the progression order can change. He stays in, we go out. He goes out, we go in, which is to the backside. And we'll show some examples of this here. So this look, we're going play side to the right. So defender read on that play side safety who circled. In this look, we have pre-snap leverage on him. He's inside of us. We have leverage. If we keep leverage, then we stay front side. You'll see here, we keep leverage. So QB's going to peek the corner sits, throw it to the corner route over the top. Can bench him with the throw. Okay, here's another look going to the offensive right, defender read play side safety. This is another look where we have leverage on that play side safety pre-snap. If we keep leverage, then I go out. If that safety goes out, then I would go backside, post to shallow to check down. We'll see here. We keep leverage. QB peeks the cornerback. Cornerback stays low on the divide. He stays low. I go high. As simple as that for the quarterback. Defender read, smash family. Another example here, going to the offensive right again, the defender read, play side safety. All right, so pre-snap here, we have leverage on that play side safety. If we keep it, we stay front side. If we lose leverage because he works out, then we go backside. Here we keep leverage. QB peeks the corner now. Right, you see the corner bails. Get it out quickly to the hitch. This was about a 3rd and 7 look. We got the first down with about 7.5 yards. On those hitches, on that third down situation, we're going to make sure we get to the sticks. Here's another look going to the offensive right again. All right, so defender read, play side safety. This is a look here now where you can also, going into a game, say, okay, too high look, middle of the field open. If that safety, play side safety, stays front side, we want to go backside to take advantage of a one-on-one on the backside safety, which we do here. Opportunity to create explosive plays with that post. Going to the offensive right again, defender read, play side safety, the circled safety. Here now, pre-snap, he's pretty wide. He's almost head up on our guy. So we don't have much leverage out there. We don't have much room. So post-snap, QB's going to confirm. He's going to look right at that play side safety. If he stays wide, all right, because pre-snap he's already pretty wide, then I'm going backside. If he rotates to the middle of the field, well, then we'll go front side. Also, if they start one high, okay, that would be the play side safety, the near side safety, then we would just keep it front side as well. So here, that safety stays wide, QB gets backside to the post. Opportunity for explosive play. Going to the offensive left here, defender read, play side safety, who you can't really see on the screen, all right? He's almost head up on our defender, so QB's thinking pre-snap. You know, don't have much leverage, but I'm still going to confirm post-snap. On his post-snap confirmation, he sees that that defender stays wide. So now he's going backside, post to shallow to check down. Here, this team goes to a Tampa 2 type look. So you can see this linebacker sprints to the Tampa 2, middle deep hole, getting underneath the post. QB knows I don't like post. I'm going to get right to my shallow, who's replacing that Tampa 2 linebacker. If we didn't like shallow, we would have a check down. Always having routes replace the defender that can take away the previous route of the progression. And then last one here, QB ends up scrambling. Want to show this because we get it to the back. We tell our QB, when in doubt, find your back. That could be the QB's best friend. And now let's talk about false true. All right, a variation of the smash family. False, most of the routes breaking right like lefty. True, most of the routes breaking right like righty. So you can see here, this one drawn up is true. So pass family, smash. Is it a tag concept? No, it's not. Read progression, defender read. So it's part of our smash family. So we know the defender read is still the play side safety. We know the front side still has smash. Drawn up here, same exact as lefty righty. The only change now is now the manipulation on the backside. We're going to run a scissors concept. Number 2, we'll run a 12-yard corner, winning with speed to clear out the safety, breaking it to the corner. Number 1 will inside release, get in his drift, get vertical, and then break the post at 10. QB's read is still defender read on the play side safety. If we have leverage, if that defender stays in, then I go out to my smash. If that defender goes out, we don't have leverage to the smash, then I come in, and it would be post to corner to your running back check down, which is still to the backside. So as you can see, we're still getting receivers and weapons to the same areas. It's just that creative simplicity to make it look differently to the defense. So here, running false. So to the offensive left is the play side. So smash family, defender read on the play side safety, who's circled here. Pre-snap, he's almost on the number. So QB's thinking, I'm probably going backside on this, but I need to get my post-snap confirmation. Post-snap, that safety stays super wide to the offensive left. So QB knows now he's coming backside, post to corner to check down. In this look, the post is open, so we hit him for a nice explosive play. And one more example of it here. We have false again, so play side to the offensive left. Smash family, so front side is smash. Defender read, play side safety. Okay, here's a look now where QB needs to look big picture as well. He looks big picture, he sees both safeties super wide. Okay, front side safety still the read, so we're still going to confirm post snap that he stays wide. If he does, I know I'm snapping my eyes backside to my post. This is also going to be a great example of why we need to get 5 guys out in routes, because our running back check releasing draws both middle linebackers up, which now will open up that post over the top, and neither of those linebackers can get to that deep hole vacated because of those wide safeties pre-snap. So QB confirms post-snap that they stay wide, defender read play side safety. Then I come backside right to my post, and I can flatten him out with the throw. Great read progression by the quarterback. As you can see there, breaking down the system, starting at the big picture level with our fast 5-star system of success, then into our offensive system, and then positionally to the quarterback position and how we develop the QB to get to that instinctive level can really allow your quarterback to play fast, and then will allow the offense to play physical. But again, it's having that system, it's having that alignment in one direction, which really enables everybody to have success. I want to thank you for this opportunity, and everybody have a great day and live the fast 5-star lifestyle.